All right, so I finally got the video coming out for you guys. I've had these for a couple weeks now. I've been wearing them on and off. This is the new Pegasus Plus from Nike. And you guys already know, if you, or maybe you don't, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while now, the regular Pegasus Turbos, probably the most comfortable shoe that I had at that time. It really was like a game-changing pair of sneakers because it was a version that had Nike React and Zoom X kind of paired together. It was an expertly done pair. They had a second version that I really liked. And then they went a little bit of a different route with the recycled midsole that I don't think a lot of people were as much of a fan of. I wasn't as much of a fan either. But then I saw these and I was like, okay, all right, thank you, Nike. Thank you for bringing something back. It's the premium version of the Pegasus. I will do a direct comparison on the channel with these and the regular Pegasus 41s because I think the 41s are excellent as well. But this, they're just so good looking. I think it's just a fancy, fun looking pair of sneakers. I love the look of the midsole. I love the heritage kind of vibes with it as well. In this colorway specifically, we have the racer stripe down the middle, which I have the original colorway of these that have that as well. And the fact that, you know, they brought us a Pegasus Plus, and I like that they kind of called it the Pegasus Plus, although the bottom it does still say Turbo, so these should really be the Pegasus Turbo 3s. I think they kind of messed things up when they released that other pair that was like the Pegasus Turbo Next. They were going in a different direction. Any which way, it's kind of hard to reset the course, but we have them now, and they are $180, and I will say that they do fit true to size. That is my preferred size. If you guys are interested in buying a pair, I will link them in the description of the video. It's the best way to support the channel directly when you guys do that. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for anybody that uses the links in the description. My family thanks you. Thank you guys for doing that. This pair though, what do I have to say about it? Does it live up to my expectations? Yes and no. Like for me, my expectations are super high because again, I'm living off the nostalgia a handful of years ago when the Pegasus Turbo originally came out. And again, it was just super comfortable. The midsole was great. I just loved everything that the shoe had to offer. This is a newer, refined version, but it's also a couple years late to the game. And you guys know how it is with technology and footwear. In 2024 right now, there is an incredible lineup with footwear that is soft and squishy and comfortable. Lots of like high performance running sneakers that cross over to the lifestyle side, which I like pride myself on this channel of just really exploring really and just trying some of the stuff out that maybe not traditionally a pair of shoes that you should wear casually, but I like to try pretty much everything out and see how it is. Is it something that you can casual or not? And this is one of those shoes at $180. So again, did it live up to the hype? I would say comfort wise, not as much as I would have loved. However, just in general, like I still think it's a really, really fantastic pair of sneakers. Now, one thing to throw out there, I've tried on shoes that are like insane cushioning, like the New Balance More V5s I just did a review on. Those are insane cushioning, like crazy, crazy amounts of cushion. I also did a review on the Hoka Skyflows as well, and I think that this is a faster looking shoe than that. However, the Hoka Skyflow probably feels a little bit softer on feet as well. So there's better options out there for softer, squishy, for a lower price point. I think at $180 you are paying for a premium version of the Pegasus, which I think is probably a good thing. In general, this is a shoe that you're gonna be able to casual more because of the fact that it is not as soft and squishy as some of the other stuff out there. It still is fairly soft and squishy though, so you try these on and you're gonna go, okay, yeah, these are comfortable. They feel really good on feet. I also like what they've done with the upper. You have a mix of Flyknit. The tongue, I was like not 100% sold on, but actually I really enjoy it because it is fairly minimal and it doesn't have a lot of padding on it, which reduces the weight, but it is not gusseted, which I would have liked it if it was like semi-gusseted. However, I just actually like the overall placement of the tongue and it just feels nice on feet. The midsole shape and design I think looks excellent. I love the look of the Zoom X and how they've done the sides. And also the fact that they added the wings to the Pegasus back here, small but very nice gesture. I also like that in this colorway you have two tones of midsole, the white, and then it sweeps up in kind of that other colorway as well. Also back to the racer stripe, I like that this is actually an added material over top of it. It kind of adds a little bit of weight. They could have done a fused material there also, but I like that they actually added an extra layer of material. It gives it more of a premium look and feel, and I do appreciate that. Also on the tongue, you do have a reflective strip that does say Nike Pegasus Plus. On the reverse side of the tongue, it does say 2024 and then 2018. I'm assuming 2018 is when the first Pegasus came out. That means I've been doing reviews on this channel for a long time, which I thoroughly enjoy. For the laces, you do have some reinforcement and then some fused on extra material as well. And for the outsole traction, again, I like that they went with that strip down the middle, something we've seen in the past. I like that. However, again, is it recycled or what's going on? Because it does say Pegasus Turbo and it's not called the Turbo. It's confusing to consumers. It's confusing to me. It's Pegasus Plus. It should say Pegasus Plus. I also like the sculpting of that midsole, how it comes up in the heel a little bit. It's wide enough that I didn't feel like these are like not stable, but I feel like there are people out there that are gonna be like, they're not stable. So just throwing that out there. It's not the most stable pair on the market, obviously, but it is wide enough that I enjoyed wearing casually. And it's something I was able to run around in taking the dogs on walks daily has been super great for me to trying out lots of the sneakers, and it was very, very comfortable running around. Now, from what Nike says about the product, it says take responsive cushioning to the next level with Pegasus Plus. It energizes your ride with full-length, super light ZoomX foam to give you a high level of energy return for everyday runs, and a stretchy fly-knit upper conforms to your foot for a seamless fit. This is the barley gray, white, black hot punch colorway. I do like the hot punch. It does say that these do weigh 8.6 ounces for men's US 10. Heel toe drop is 10 mm. And so far the reviews are good, 4.5 stars out of 5. So I love to see that. So if I had to give it some quick pros, just overall aesthetics, I think it looks fancy. I love the look of the shoe. It's a pair that I've added in my rotation for just daily wear, and it's been one that I really enjoy. I like the fly-knit upper. The midsole cushioning is good. It's not, again, the softest and squishiest, but it is very good. The width could be a little bit wider on the heel. The overall fit, though, does fit really well at the true size, in my opinion. The only con that I would say is I don't feel a lot in that forefoot. Maybe that 10 mm drop is the reason why, but I really wish there was like twice the amount of foam in the forefoot where you could actually feel that ZoomX. I know that would be putting you in like Invincible Run category, but like I compare the Balos to this, and the Balos is like literally like 3 times the amount of cushioning as this. That's why it's like I have high accolades for this shoe, but not as high as something like the Balos. In my opinion, if you're looking for something more comfortable just in general, the Balos is probably the one that I'm gonna go, especially at that $200 price point. $20 more, if you're gonna be paying $180 and you're wanting something extra good, like I would rather get the Balos at $200. That shoe is just insane. I wore those through my entire trip in Vegas and it was unbelievably good. The forefoot cushioning in the Balos is insane. The heel cushioning, it's a wider base. Just the Balos in general is literally like a better version of this shoe, which I hate to say it because I absolutely love this shoe. That being said, if you're not comparing it to anything else, this is an excellent pair of sneakers. Like you can't go wrong with it. If you're very strong with your Nike branding and you want a Nike pair of sneakers, if you want a new great pair of running sneakers for casual wear, I think this is gonna be a great option for you. Again, I just wish they had a little bit more forefoot cushioning in it, just because even running around in them with the dogs, it just wasn't the most cushioned thing out there. But it is a pair that you can wear every single day, and I don't think people are gonna be mad. And if you've only tried Air Force Ones, Nike Dunks, Air Jordans, you're gonna try this shoe on and go, dude, it's heaven. Like it's unbelievably good. And that would be a true statement if you're comparing like Nike Air Maxes, you know, Nike Dunks, Air Jordans, and then you want another pair of Nikes, and this is the one that you're gonna go, okay, this is great. Now, the Invincible Runs are still softer and squishier than these ones are. I think these are sleeker, faster looking, and overall just a better looking shoe. So I would actually choose this shoe over the Invincible Runs, with the caveat being I'm not trying to buy the most max cushion pair of shoes. Just overall versatility of this shoe versus the look of the Invincible Runs. Honestly, for 180, 190, I would actually choose this shoe over the Invincibles. Still, Nike's doing some great things, and I like to see the evolution of the Pegasus Turbo. Yes, it lives up to some of the hype, but it's been many years brewing. Unfortunately, there's competition that's come in and really made a dent in the comfort space. However, I still really enjoy this model. And if you guys want a review again of the 41s versus these, I'll do a video of those, because comparison to the 41s, this is like a much better pair of shoes, and I really like the 41s as well. So it is what it is. Let's leave it at that though. If you guys want to buy a pair, link in the description, much appreciated. If you guys want to check out my other videos and some of the other shoes that I mentioned in the video, please go ahead and check my channel out and check out that content. But have a good rest of the day. Hopefully see you back on the channel for some more sneaker videos soon. All right, peace guys.